Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Corporate Face to Face series. Friends, as all of you are aware, this series helps us understand emerging companies from emerging sectors in a much better way. We get to meet the top managements and the promoters of such companies, and in this process, we get to know about their business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And friends, today we got another interesting company which operates in a very interesting space. The company's name is Austere Systems Limited, and I have the privilege of having the entire management team with us. We have Mr. Shikhar Gupta, who is the chairman and managing director. Shikharji, welcome to the show, and thank you for your valuable time with us today. We also have Mr. Rahul Teni, who is the CTO and the director of the company. Rahulji, welcome. And we also have Mr. Piyush Gupta, who is the CFO and the director of the company. Piyushji, आपको भी धन्यवाद. Thank you for all of you. Sir, without wasting time, Shikharji, if you could tell us in a very brief way, what is the broad business model of our company? Or sir, thoda, if you could tell us something about the business journey. How did you start this business? How did this idea hit upon you to get into this segment? If you could please share your thoughts on this, please.
Okay, yeah. Good afternoon, Avinash ji. So, Austere was founded in the year 2015 with a broad vision to build the IT space because the IT is emerging across the world, and you can see that that has been appreciated due to the IT. The Corona time frame was relaxed for the people, like for the students, for the kids, for the education. So, the journey was started of Austere in the year 2015 with the education model, and we launched one ERP that is for the school sector, and it was a digital platform which we try to bring it to the schools where we can just work on the green India initiative, the paperless environment. From there this Austere was started, and basis on that, so we were into the service industries. We started diversifying our Austere business across the geography, like for the pan India level and for the global level. So that
Okay.
was the journey, and when we were expanding, so we started working on the different business models. Like not only we was restricted for the education, but we started moving into the healthcare and the other domains.
Okay, understood. Shikharji, now specifically, if you could tell us something about the services vertical and the product vertical. Sir, if इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए. If you can tell us, elaborately on what are the services we provide to clients, what are the products we have developed. Sir, इसके बारे में बताइए.
Okay, so if we talk about the services, so we are basically into the enterprise application development. When we are talking about the enterprise, like it's a journey where we are just starting one organization from one point to build the IT, and we are taking to the end point. So we are just providing all the services under one umbrella, whether it is related to the cloud, infra, or the development, design. Everything is there under one umbrella, and we call it as an enterprise application development.
Okay.
Now we IT is basically working on the data. So there is a big boom in the market, the data science, artificial intelligence, and also we started building the AI capabilities inside the organization. So this is one of the part of the services which we have. And when we talk about the product, so as I told earlier that we do have an education sector ERP in our product list. This is the one of that, and another big product is basically we are working on the rural sector, which is basically where the maximum population of India are living, like the 60% population are still in the rural area. And when we thought of if India is bringing the global picture in the world, so why we talk about the urban areas? So basis on that back of the mind, we started working on the IT initiatives in the rural area, and we launched one ERP that is in rural ecosphere, which has been now building all the panchayati raj system like the sarpanch and gram sachivs, everyone to do the payment digitally
Okay.
through their mobile with the all platforms. So this is one of the product, and another is when we talk about the services. So we are there to build the applications of the OCR free AI agentic solutions which we are building, and we are into the customize the tailoring CRM and the ERP solutions for the corporate enterprise
Okay.
customers.
So, Shikharji, just to get a little more clarity, when you say ERP, kind of solution services, does it also cater to the manufacturing sector, like apart from BFSI and basically services area? Is this ERP solution also, catered to any manufacturing kind of sectors? Like, यहाँ पे भी हमारा application जाता है?
Sir, yes, we are into this. So we have a client named Monte Carlo, which is a Ludhiana-based government, which is one of that. And so we build some ERP solutions for them. We are working for the pump industry, which is again in the manufacturing, and they are the leading manufacturer of pumps. So our ERP solutions are built in for the manufacturing sector also. It's
Okay,
not been restricted to the bank and the corporate sector.
okay, understood. अच्छा शिखर जी, tell me one thing. We have come a long way and built this company. सर अभी हमारा एक्टिव कस्टमर बेस कितना होगा? लाइक अभी हमारा रेवेन्यू करीबन 18 crore है. But out of this,
Hmm.
is there any client concentration on any customer or is it widely dispersed? मोटा मोटी सर एक्टिव कस्टमर बेस कितना होगा हमारा अभी?
So I'll tell you one thing, Avinashi. Like the US UK customers who had started this journey with us since 2015, they are still with us.
Okay, okay.
So
So
they they
basically,
they are like a decade old customer. So they
okay,
are still with us,
okay,
and we are right now serving 47 customers
okay.
right now. If we are talking about the right now, but we have served 100 plus customers globally.
Okay. No, no, understood. Shigarji, now let us talk about the overall market opportunity, the kind of market opportunity which we are catering to. If you could give us some idea about the total addressable market, अगले 3-4 साल या 5 साल में, what is the kind of opportunity we see here, and which are the sectors which will open up, a big opportunities for a company like us, and what is our strategy to capture a large share of that market? If you could please tell your thoughts.
Yeah, so Avinash Austere is not been being an IT company. It is not been restricted to the corporate or the enterprise solution. So we are in the government sector. So we
Correct.
are basically focusing on the healthcare in the government, agriculture domain, the education sector, and the rural sphere.
Okay.
So as I told that the ERP launched by us, the rural sphere, it's already been taken by the two states in India, Haryana and Punjab, which is basically the 12% share of the number of panchayat basis on the total number of panchayats in India. So there, this is the basically area where we are going to so start selling our SaaS-based solution into the rural sphere.
Okay.
And similarly, like we do have a customers from the US, UK in the healthcare domain. So there
Okay.
are multiple companies in the healthcare across the globe. So we are targeting those also because see once in the as we are into the custom tailoring solutions, so once your solution is ready, you have to just do a small tweaking or the small customize, and then you can pitch into the similar set of industries.
Correct.
And when we talk about the growth avenues, so we are developing all the solutions on the SaaS based model. When we talk about SaaS is a software as a service, so it is like a plug in plug out. So
Correct.
till the time customer need it, so we are there to support, and we are saving the cost of the customer is a fixed time cost. So
Okay.
this is the way like we are building the solutions, and this is we are building on the latest tech stack and the latest infrastructure of the cloud. And when we talk about the geographic expansion, so right now the total basically we are starting expanding post IPO. Like we do have a good footprints in the states of North India in the government sector. So we will just start expanding ourselves into the central and the east and west south part of the India.
So understood. Shikharji, now does this business work on a kind of a order book system, or is it like you go and approach the customer, present a proposal, and then for a SaaS product, once the customer becomes addicted to your product, he's definitely going to be like a annuity based customer. फिर तो वो आपका साथ छोड़ेगा नहीं. तो मुझे बताइए sir, how does this business work? Is it order book driven, or is it like you got your marketing teams and plus you get rolling business from customers new as well as existing? How does it work? Customer acquisition कैसे होता है?
Okay, so when we talk about the customer acquisition, so there is a spread of mouth where like if we are implementing some solution in say X sector and the X organization, so the competitors start finding it the austere they had developed, and we do have a good footprints and the good journey. So this is the one way. Another way is like the sales team when they are pitching into the government sector, they are just showcasing our ready models instead of the thing which is there on the presentation. So we are talking about the real world scenario.
Okay.
Okay, so once we start pitching into the real world scenario, so it brings the wow factor to the customer, and this is the journey. And as you mentioned that when we are on SaaS model, so we are just building the SaaS model for 3 years, 5 years journey, so which is a long term journey. So we get associated, and on the SaaS model, we are just coming up with a different new problem statement which customer is facing with the
Okay.
IT solutions, and which is basically a upsales
Okay.
during the journey. Like we are with you. We found these are the problem statements, and we do have a ready solutions. So
Okay.
we are doing a small investment, building some small inside plug in plug out for the existing customer, and then we start selling it. And yes, we do have an order book system, like initially, because we do have a contracts for the long duration. So from finance team build the order book, say for the year. Right now, if we talk about, we do have an order book of 15 cr as on today. So in this 6 months, and we still have a 6 month journey left.
Yeah.
So we do have an order book concept, so which we start building as on the contract getting signed.
I think very articulately mentioned by you, Shikhar ji. Shikhar ji, मुझे एक थोड़ा clarification चाहिए था. So since we are a SaaS kind of product company, in fact we are offering a SaaS model, service. Sir, will this be on license basis? यानी जितना use करो उतना pay करो, या basically it's going to work like that? Like typically most of the SaaS companies have a license kind of income. They give you the license for 1 year and then they use it. So will our revenue be built on that model?
So I think Rahul wants to answer this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Avinash ji.
Yeah.
So, just to add to this, we have solutions which are actually SaaS based, but apart from that, as Shikhar explained earlier, we have service based. Like we are a service based organization, so we have specific services which are catering different needs of our customers.
Okay.
So it won't be only license based system with which we are working, but it is also customers' requirement which
Okay.
we are addressing based on their needs, and
Okay.
there could be different kind of alignment, different kind of associations based on their requirement.
Okay. No, understood. I think very nicely explained by you, Rahulji. Shikhar ji, now one important question. Leaving the financial asset for some time, sir, we are different and unique from others. But sir, customers ko, how do we add value to them? Because obviously, I see that a lot of repeat business must also be coming to you. Sir, what is the value add we add to the customers? How are we different from other companies in the same space? Agar 2-3 qualitative points if you can share for our viewers.
Yeah. So if we talk about the IT space, generally the people work in the client vendor model, but we work as a partner model, as a technology consulting partners to the customers.
Okay.
Like we are just helping them out, which is the right technology, which will save their cost, and the models can be robust and can be scalable with a minimal cost whenever the need arises.
Yeah.
And along with that, as we do, we basically start hiring the freshers and we start building the DNA of the Austere from the day one. And instead of keeping the people on a one tech stack and the one environment, we are just pushing the people to work on the multiple technology, so that one person can solve the multiple problems of the customer, which
Okay.
can be the USP, rather than the customer start buying multiple technology people inside the system.
Correct. No, fine.
So
Understood.
this is one of the USP. Another is like the custom tailoring. We are nowhere have a reservation that we will not customize our SaaS based solutions. We
Okay.
are there for the customers, just to resolve their problem. The complete custom tailoring, we are okay with that with the minimal cost.
Okay. Okay. Well, understood. I think very clearly and articulately mentioned by you. Shikhar ji, this is a financial question. So, can I ask this to Piyush ji? I think Piyush is also there, so we can ask him.
Yeah.
Piyush, one small question, financials for FY25 have been more or less been flat. I mean, revenue, profit after tax. Any specific reasons why this happened, or was it a one-off? If you could please tell us.
So this is basically we are looking for new customers. Just a second. So we are looking for a new customers in this segment in IT sector. And, there was some slowdown in the US sector as well. And since we are working in the government sector, also the governments are changing. So that's why it's a little bit flat. But we are projecting a good revenue growth in the financial year 25-26 with approximately 20-25% growth on comparison to last year. And based similar trend we are projecting for further financial years for 26-27 as well.
Okay. So understood. Point taken. Piyush, another question is, what is the normal working capital cycle in our industry? Typically, how much time do we take? Do we take any advances, or something is prepaid? Because in SaaS, the model works like this. But with government, how does it work? Because government se to typically thoda sa,
No. We
extended
don't
cycle
know.
hoti hai.
In our industry with the government, there is no such system for the advance payments.
Okay.
And our average working capital is approximately 140 to 150 days, which we are trying to bring it down in the next financial years, in the
Okay.
coming days, since we are a growing company, so we want to give a leverage to our clientele with the
Okay.
flexible payment structures
Okay.
as well.
Okay. So understood. Uh, Sir, now just tell me one more thing, that what is the IPO plan? Because this is the most important question for today. We are going public. So, sir, how much money are we planning to raise? What is the main objective of using these funds? If you could please tell. I think,
So we are raising.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
Shikhar would be. Yeah, so we'll be raising around 15.56 CR that's the issue size for IPO, and out of which 11.60 will be used as a working capital, and remaining will be for the general corporate purposes. And what we are targeting, like a few of the acquisitions, mergers, we are also targeting hiring of a talent from the reliable talent from the market. We are trying to expand the size of a company. We are in the future. We are also looking for the opening of new offices in different countries and different locations across India as well.
Okay, fine, understood. Shikarji, now one question, from the investor standpoint, sir, your efforts have paid off. I think now it's a big milestone for your company. You all are going public. People are going to believe you and believe your capability, your skill sets. Sir, what would be your broad message to the shareholders, शिखर जी? आप उनको क्या कहना चाहोगे? आपकी कंपनी में अगर इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो लॉन्ग टर्म में सर आप उनको कैसे रिवॉर्ड करोगे? विदाउट गिविंग नंबर्स, इफ यू कैन गिव अ जनरल मैसेज, दैट वुड बी रियली बी हेल्पफुल.
Okay, so Avinash, what I will say, this fundraising event is not to get the funds in the company. It is basically we want to go to the next step where the journey which we had done for the last 10 years. So this journey will be multiplied with the 10 times for the next 10 years. So as we three are from the starting journey of this company, and we had a vision to launch the IPO in 10 years. So we are on that. So
Okay.
we do have a similar visions for the 2030 and 2035,
Yeah.
where like we are just looking this company should be like in next 10 years, it should be a 10x.
Okay. Okay. No, I think very nice to hear, and I think you will definitely succeed, Shikharji. Shikharji, one more question. As a entrepreneur and promoter, sir, what is your functional role in the company? Like we have got Piyush for finance, Rahul ji is there. But sir, आपका main vertical or functional area क्या है company में?
So Avinash, I am there to build the strategy. It is a strategy for the marketing, strategy for the investment, and strategy for the financial handling.
हाँ.
Basis on then the Pew start working on that. So I am there as a backbone for the strategy in terms of how to move forward, where to take the strategic decisions in the organization.
No, understood. Last question, Shikharji, now, which is very important. We ask all the promoters, but which is very important. Sir, we have seen COVID. Now things have come back to normal. I think you all have also planned a very good product and service strategy. Sir, हमारे business में, in our business, what is the most important risk according to you, and how have you managed to keep it, under control? Sir, if you could please tell us.
Yeah, so see, in every business there are certain risks. So as Piyush mentioned that we do have some risk when we are working the government sector, is basically the long-term payment cycles. So to mitigate that, we start building the platform for the government where it should not be financed by the government but by certain banks. So we are on it. So this is the one way like we can mitigate the risk. Second thing is there is a lots of competition in this IT space, but yes, as we are there to customize at every moment. So we are there to upskills ourselves. We don't want to go to the redundant technology, because in the technology the big risk is the technology is coming at a very higher speed and the old technology becomes redundant. So we are continuously building the R&D teams to work to get the people trained on the new technology. So post IPO we will have a dedicated R&D center which will work on the latest tech stack.
Okay.
Another thing is like there are certain whenever there is a recession and all, so IT is the soft target for
Ah,
all the organization. So
correct.
that is a known area. So to cover that risk, we diversified ourselves in the government sector, in the global sector, and the different manufacturing. Because see, when you are working with the government sector, then your contracts are secured for long term durations. So if
Exactly.
there is a recession in the private and the manufacturing industries, so you should have a one vertical which is standing with you in your organization, with your investors, with your team members, with your Austere employees.
Okay. Well, I think, Shikharji, one last question which I wanted to ask you now, since you told me about your R&D team. Sir, how do you motivate your team? Because, today all of us agree that, nurturing talent is the most important asset, for any company, especially for a SaaS company or for a product, services company. तो सर हमारे यहाँ पे हमने हमारे टीम को क्या मोटिवेट कैसा किया? Like, how do you think, this factor will play out? Because today attrition rates are very high. Today opportunities are many. So in that aspect, sir, how do you ensure that your team remains with you for a long time so that you succeed going forward?
Yeah, so Avinash ji, what we had done, the people who are with us from say like 3 years, 4 years down the line, so they are now the part of SME of the Austere. Rather than to build the SME in the organization to taking the
Correct.
outside, so we rely on our people. So we are
Correct.
continuously looking after the people who are with us. Say they completed 1 year, 2 years, so we just analyze that they are looking for the long-term journey with us. So basis on that, we are just upskilling them. We are just taking them into the different events, like not in India but abroad also.
Okay.
So such type of the feel good factors, if you start giving to the employees, so they will not treat themselves as an employee, they will just treat themselves as a management of the Austere.
Okay. Okay. No, I think rightly said, because that motivates employees and helps you achieve your target, because having a very good R&D team is very crucial. So all of you, thank you very much, Shikhar ji, Rahul ji, and Piyush ji. I think it was a pleasure for me to host all of you. And sir, accept my best wishes to you, your entire management team, and sir, best wishes for your forthcoming public issue also. Sir, धन्यवाद.
Thank
Dhanyavad.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.